guys, welcome back to In Case of Econ Struggles, and welcome to another Sunday Stata tip. Today I'm going to talk about recursive for each loops and Stata. Those can be really helpful if you are basically trying to copy paste a long string or something like that, and all you're really changing is one little thing every time. You can use a loop and you can actually have Stata write you a local, which is that entire list that you want, in a nice little for each loop. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. We've actually seen this kind of recursive loop used before. If you've seen my video on specification curves, when we did all of those dots at the bottom where we turned dots on or off based on if we were using controls, covariates, fixed effects, what kind of standard errors we were using, all of those things, we were using this same sort of recursive loop. Now what we did in that code is first we had a bunch of non-filled in dots, and then what we were going to do is we were going to basically fill them in if that particular option represented the coefficient that we were showing in the above graph. So what we did is we basically said, okay, well I'm going to start with a new local called SCOFF. That local, every time I run this loop, is going to basically append this information, this part after, to the existing local, whatever that is. So for example, if I were to do this, and I were to just say, I don't know, display scoff like this, what you're going to see is that it's basically just a giant list. It's 3 times of no controls, covariates, FEs, and it's basically just going to keep going for FEs, covariates, and no controls. And it's going to write it in a way where I could put this into a two-way command, which I do down below here after I do a recursive with graphs. So it's going to write it in a way where I can just put it in here in this two-way command, and Stata is going to fill in this recursive loop. Okay, so that's sort of the more advanced version of that. Let's start with maybe an easier version. So in my research, for example, I'm trying to do sort of this sort of thing where I do a nonlinear least squares estimator, and I need basically these different objects to put into the NL command in Stata, but I don't necessarily want to write out, for example, B00, B10, because I have 5 different parameters. So instead what I do is I start by initializing these 4 different lists to either be missing, like blank, or to be the first one that I don't really need as part of the list, because I'm just going to append the rest of it. And again, I'm going to have bins 1 through 5, where I have residuals and students. Now the only thing that's going to change is whether or not the last part is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. It doesn't make a lot of sense for me to just copy and paste and just change the number, especially if I've got like bin from 1 to 10 or 1 to 20 or something like that. And then, so what I'm going to do instead is just have Stata write this loop for me in the same way that I just talked about. Now, one thing that's particular about my case is I wanted to just skip for bin number 3. And so this is just a little if statement to say, don't do this if bin is equal to 3. And so now what I can do is I can go ahead and run this whole thing. What you're going to see is now when I do resids, because I've defined this loop to recursively define this local, now I have a full list of the 5 math residuals, a full list of the students. I have my parameters except for B3 because I skipped B3, and the same thing for this initial. And now I could just straight up put these little locals into my non-linear estimator or my NL command in Stata, and it's all set to run. So recursive for each loops can be really useful for making long strings easier and quicker in Stata. Doesn't make you have to copy and paste things. You can change basically how far you want to go and it'll just automatically adjust. It's really flexible, it's really useful, and I think it's a great tool. I'll put this little code snippet in the comments below. Again, I'll also comment this specification curve video if you want to sort of play around with how this code works. You can add little display commands here to basically say, okay, after I'm done, what does this graph's local look like? You could even put it in here. You could put it in the loop and see how over time, how each time Stata runs the loop, what it's doing to your local graph string, things like that. Play around with it. Let me know in the comments if you've got questions or something in particular that you're not sure how to work, but you think this recursive for each loop could be useful for that. Again, if this video or these videos in general are helping you out, please like and subscribe. See you next time for another case of Econ Struggles.